Hi, ladies.
Hi.
I know we've got one
Hello.
more still working to get on. Oh, Beverly's trying to connect to. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I am so excited. This is going to be fun. Okay, so I'm going to start with like a couple of housekeeping things real quick. So if you didn't catch it, oh, Pamela is supposed to be, that was another one. I'm like, who else is supposed to be here? Okay, so a couple things real quick. We are planning to be together in this group for 3 months. Okay, so that's kind of commitment. Okay, are we all committed? 3 months? Yes. Okay.
Betcha.
Okay, awesome. Cool. And this is the time that we're going to start with. I believe it should work out. If we need to adjust at some point in time, we might do that. I know schedules can be a little funky. And so like this time is a little bit of a conflict for Amanda because she's got little kids she's trying to put to bed.
Yeah,
So
my kids are going to bed right now too.
yeah,
Yep, mine too.
I
Yes.
literally just slid out from under mine, like, oh, you're asleep. Okay, still asleep? You're good? Okay. So I completely understand times can be a little funky. We have commitments, we have family, all of that kind of stuff. I am committing to being here every week for the next 3 months at 8 o'clock, and I expect you to do the same. Okay. This isn't just a commitment to me, it's a commitment to all of us. We're all showing up together, right? And also, it's a commitment to growth. This is committing to yourself at the same time. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices in order to make that happen. I have made a lot of sacrifices over the last 7 years to end up where I am. I will tell you guys, I just got my tax return. I was $3,000 away from what I really wanted to see, but that's okay. That's okay. I was $3,000 away from 100 grand. I'm going to tell you guys that. I've made a lot of sacrifices to get here, but because I have done that, we have the financial freedom. We have the time freedom. My husband is walking away from his job in less than a month because of it. Okay. So that's what I want you to think about is like, if I make this small 30-minute sacrifice once a week, what can that do for me? What kind of growth can I get from that? Okay, so that's why I'm doing this. I really wanted to bring us together to create a stronger sense of community. This is a small group for a reason. So I want you guys to really get to know each other and become friends. I know a few of you are going to our retreat are already like, I'm in, paid, that kind of thing. I want to challenge you all to be there. Okay. The retreat is going to be incredible. I didn't realize that I didn't tell everyone until Elise said something. It's in Waldport, if you didn't know that. So it's super close to most of you. You are welcome. I'm driving a little bit further. So also like I do have a few people that have like a commitment one of those days that we're having the retreat. If for some reason you can't say make it Friday, come Saturday and Sunday. Or if you have something going, like if you can just come for Saturday, great. That's going to be the day we're going to be spending the most time together. I really, if you can make it happen and be there for the whole weekend. But if for some reason the whole weekend isn't going to work, what day will work? How can we have that time together? How can we come into community together? I will read that in just a second. Okay, so we're going to come together. We're going to hang out every week. We're going to build the community. We're going to learn how to share plexus. We are going to help each other make money. We're going to lift each other up. We are going to be each other's besties. So we're here, but we're also have that chat group. I know I have multiple chat groups. You guys are all in at least one other chat group, right? You can comment, ask questions, post at any of them. However, when it comes to, I will be giving you guys homework every week. When it comes to like your homework that we talk about and things we talk about in this group, I want you to share it in our chat group, in the Powerhouse Sharers chat group. Okay. Because you saying, I did my homework, this is what I did, is going to lift other people up and be like, oh my gosh, I haven't gotten my done yet. I got to do this. Michelle told me to do this. I got to take care of that. Also, if you like send out a message, if your homework is like, I had another group earlier today, one of the homework assignments was sending out a business message, like finding up someone that they want to do the business with them and sending them a message. If you send out a message like that and you get an incredible response, share what your message was, because maybe that message is going to be the message of someone in here to get a Joy on their team. I always refer to Joy because Joy is like my miracle child over here. So you never know what is going to
Still
bring
being-
in.
Still being raised and educated, not like just boom.
Still.
Awesome.
But you never know what it's going to be to help someone else do the same thing. And you never know what it's going to be to get you there either. So sharing those kinds of things of like, hey, I sent this message, I got this response, hey, I put up this post, this happened, hey, I made this list, and I thought of these kinds of things. Like, share those wins or those aha moments or whatever they are, because they can, not only is it a yes, I did that, but it also helps everyone else in the group. And I will tell you, I know you guys, a lot of you are just starting out, and some of this is scary. Posting might be scary. Sending a message might be scary. Going live, you might rather cut your big toe off than do. I get it. I've been there. All of the things were scary at one point in time. But I'm now at the point where I'm like, I'm going live. Hey guys. Like, I don't care. So when you do it scared, it gets easier and it gets easier and it gets easier. But sometimes I will send a message that scares the bejesus out of me. But you know what I do after I send it? I throw myself a little party, like a little mini, like, oh my gosh, I did it. I did it. That was so fun. Woo! Yeah, Crystal. I legit do that. And then I get excited. I'm like, let's do another one. Like, I just feed myself. I feed myself that encouragement. So when you do that, when you're like, oh my gosh, I actually posted, I did it. Everyone's going to judge my picture, but I did it. It's up. I can't undo it now. Well, you can, but pretend like you can't. Celebrate it. Send that scary message. It's okay. And the more times you do it, the easier it's going to get. Fail forward. Okay. You're always failing forward. If you are not challenging yourself, if you're not doing these things to get out of your comfort zone, we kind of refer to that as dying. If you're not growing, you're dying. So growing would be doing the scary thing. Joy's got something she wants to say.
I love how Alita Langford did it in one of her trainings, said it. It's like the road to failure and the road to success are almost exactly the same. And that's the only difference, is that failure means you stopped. And so doing the things is how you get to success. It's not, if you keep doing the things, you're going to be successful. It's not failing.
Yes, exactly. I am a firm believer, like, there is no, failing is not an option. The only failing, like, what is the definition of failing? To me, the definition of failing is you stopping. You no longer trying to do the thing, because that's really, like, if you look at everything in life and we're like, oh, I don't want to fail, but what would failing be in that point? It would be you stopping trying to do things. Like, I know you can go bankrupt and someone might say, oh, my business went bankrupt, I failed. Well, you could still keep trying to build that business up and to make the money. You stopped trying, and that's why you filed bankruptcy. So if you are like, failure is not an option, that means you're going to keep showing up. You're going to keep talking to people. You're going to keep sharing this. And I will tell you, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I get people, like, I will be honest, I got a message today from someone that was not very nice to me, that literally said, I don't like you, to me. And I am a people pleaser. I am someone that wants everyone to like me. And I think I'm a pretty good person. I know I'm a good person. And it stung for a second, but I also had this like, oh, honey, you are not my person. I had that moment of like, this is not my person. It was harsh. It was when I got that message, I was like, I was definitely thinking you were not my person, but now I really know you're not my person. And I Yeah. So you get you get those kinds of things sometimes. I think that's the first time I've ever had someone straight up tell me, I don't like you. It's okay. Yeah. That was my response was, wow. But in the process of like those kinds of things happening, you find the other people. I found my joy. Like I found my joy down in my heart. Like I have found these people that have become my best friends, that have become my family. I talk, as you guys get to know me, I talk about you guys being my family all the time because this is the family I've created. And also I have like, if you guys don't know Joy's friend's Katie's story, where she pretty much like got resuscitated, like she was on her deathbed practically, and now she's thriving with life. If I hadn't opened my mouth and shared, and Joy hadn't done the same thing, Katie would, I don't even want to know where Katie would be.
Yeah.
And I have so many stories like that of, if I hadn't shared, this person would still be struggling in the worst of ways. Like I have a friend where he had been living in a hospital bed in his house for 5 years because he was in so much pain on, no joke, 40 medications. And I shared with him, and in a year he lost 100 pounds. In 4 days he played 18 holes of golf. His life completely 180'd in such a short period of time because I said, hey Tim, I got this thing, this might help you. And he said, I'm going to meet you at Starbucks. And he sat there at Starbucks and sweated and sweated and sweated. He was so uncomfortable. And 4 days later, he called me and I cried as he told me he was walking off the golf course. So that, at the end of the day, is why we show up and we share. The no's will happen, but when you get the yeses, when you get the hell yeses, when you find out what you opening up your mouth really does, that's why we keep going every single day. And that's why I'm not stopping, and why I truly feel like God has called me to share Plexus. He has given me this vehicle first. He gave it to me to save my life. And then he gave it to me to save others' lives. Okay. So when it gets hard, when it gets scary, when you're like, this is weird, I don't know what to say to this person, think, if I don't share with this person, what could that mean for them? And you might not know. I silently was dying inside. My husband didn't even get it. That's how quiet I was about it. My dad didn't realize I had an autoimmune disorder, which I was diagnosed with when I was 15, until I told him like 9 months ago. He was like, wait, what are you talking about, Shell? I'm like, Dad, have you been living under a rock? So that is why this has all been created and why I'm so excited for you guys to be here. So with me being on my pedestal there and kind of saying like, you're going to have to get a little uncomfortable to really do all of the things. I want you to think about where you're taking this. And I do always set goals where it's like, I want to make this much money. I want to hit this many points. But when I do that, I also look at, this is how many people are going to be affected in a positive way. Affected sounds like it's a bad thing. Because I shared. So if my goal is to help, is to make an extra $500 this month, I need to help this many people. Okay. So I want you to think of, how can this help me? Because the cool thing is we do get paid. There is nothing wrong with making money off of this, you guys. You're supposed to. Your doctor gets paid. So should you. Okay. So don't think I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want people to think, I don't want people to know, I get this. I don't want people to know I'm making money. Why not? What's wrong with that? I have to pay bills too. So what do you need? That is totally a thing. Like, we need to pay our bills. Do you need $500 a month? Yeah. Valerie, I know Valerie needs $500 a month. She's got a whole house to remodel, from some like hot water heater. And so if it's $500 a month, if it's $5,000 a month, how much do you need? And then we can break that down into how we're going to create that. So that's something I want you guys to be doing. So you are going to have homework for tonight, and it's going to be create your goal. And your goal, you can say, I want to help 10 people this month. That can be your goal. You have to have something that's measurable. Do you guys know what a SMART goal is? Yeah. No. Okay. I've got a no. So SMART is an acronym that you can use for goal setting. It SMART. So specific. You have to say like 10 people. That's a specific number. You can't just say, I want to help some people. Well, how many some? Who knows how many that is? So I want to help 10 people. Measurable. So we have the number 10. It has to be, some people, that's not measurable. Achievable. So if you say, I'm going to help 10,000 people, I want to tone that down as notch, right? SMAR. What's R? Shoot. I'm brain farting. What's R?
R is realistic.
Realistic. Yes, realistic. That would also be along the lines of 10,000 people. Probably not this month. Maybe if we give it a couple of years. And T is time. How much time? So we're going to say, what is your goal for this month? We're going to start with this month. And then you guys will have homework over the next few days of what is your goal for the next 3 months. But I want you to set a SMART goal for this month. And so some of you might know, like Valerie, I don't know if you do know, Valerie's next goal would be to go gold. That's her next rank. And the girl under her is a freaking powerhouse and also wants to go gold this month. Powerhouse, you guys. She's incredible. Amanda is amazing. So Valerie should absolutely have a goal to go gold, and that's going to be 100 points. Most of you are like, I don't know what a gold means. I don't know what 100 points are. That's okay. If you give us a number of people or a dollar amount or whatever it is, Joy and I can help figure out what that is, and we can turn that into more like a SMART goal and all of that kind of stuff. You can absolutely roll in and say, I want to make $5,000 this month, and we will help figure out how that's going to happen. But you gotta be ready to put some elbow grease into that. Okay, I can help you make $5,000 this month. If you're sitting there thinking, I want to start sharing, and if I help like 5 people this month, that would be incredible. That's great. That is beautiful. Helping one person is, like I said, life-changing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like Valerie I'm going to tell Valerie's story here real quick. Valerie was with me for a good couple of years. How many years?
Oh, I'm hitting all the wrong things. I started when I was pregnant, or before I was pregnant with Emma. So like 5, she's 4.5 now.
Okay, so Valerie's been around the block a few times and she loved the products. You couldn't get the damn girl to post or talk to anyone or anything. None of it. And she stopped taking the products because, you know what, life happens. We all know life happens.
I think, I tried a couple of times to talk to like friends about it. And like I have a friend who has IBS, and I just want to smack her because I can't get her to take them.
Yeah, we all have those friends. We all have those friends. Or those family members, they all exist. Yeah. But Valerie, life happened. She had to take a pause. And after a short few months, Valerie was like, bad pause. I got this. Michelle, I need Plexus back. And I was like, let's put a post up. She posted, it blew up. She found a couple people, Amanda happened to be one of them. Amanda took off running, and the rest is history. Here we are. So I don't even know why I was telling that story, but There you have it. Real quick. If a customer wanting to order for the collagen, they just use Sam 22. Yes. They
Yeah, it's the one we were talking to.
Oh. Yes.
She just wanted
I
to
was
check
like,
out.
who's iPhone? Who's asking me this? You just say iPhone. Yes.
Oh,
they
weird.
use Sam 2020. And the collagen automatically gets added on. Is this
Okay.
Teresa?
Yeah.
Okay, so she already has an account. So Sam 2020 only works for your very first order.
Okay, but it should do the
So
collagen,
she
right?
doesn't need a promo code. The collagen will automatically come on.
Okay, I'll tell her that. She was just curious and wanted to check out, and I wanted to verify before.
Yeah, that will automatically. So just real quick, so you guys know, the collagen. So you get a free bag of collagen with an order of $149 or more, and that's for a new person, an existing person, all of the things. So make sure like your people, if they've got a sub set up, make sure if they have like $140 in that subscription, they should add a product for a free bag of collagen. So that's our promo of the month. And then we also have the Lululemon gift card. So it's a $150 Lululemon gift card. And I did put in the chat if you guys didn't see that. It was just came to my attention the other day. That you have the option if for some reason you're like, I don't need Lululemon, you can switch it out for $100 cash option. So I think that's really cool. So if you have someone that wants to start out, if they either are like, hey, let's make some money, or they're like, money is really tight for me right now. I can't afford it. If you sign them up and they get 3 people this week, they will have $160 cash next week paid out, $160 paid out next week. And then if they choose the $100 cash option for the Lululemon, they'll get that the following week. So in 2 weeks, they would be making $260 in cash. And then the rest of it would pay out the following month. Okay. So when you're talking with people, money, this day and age comes up a lot, especially that's a really good conversation. They're like, funds are really tight for me. You can say, 3 people. 3 people in your life need this. We can help get them started. And in 2 weeks, you'll have a total of $260. Okay. So that's something to think about. Okay, so you have your goal homework. Does anyone have questions or want to talk about their goal? Share their goal that they're wanting to go for this month? No. Okay.
So sorry, I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, and this might be something I just need to talk to you about later, but I would like to do maybe in my group. Like, I found out you could do this on accident with Amanda the other day. I was live, and all of a sudden she popped up in my live. So I didn't know.
You invited her on
accident, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I was trying to tag her so that she knew I was live, but anyway, yeah, I invited her on, but I was thinking maybe of doing like a live in my group.
Yes.
And then setting up one of those chat things, the chat events afterwards for people who might want some more information.
Yes,
so,
yes, and yes. I'm so glad you're asking that, actually.
Because you know, the people know me, but you know all the stuff.
Right. So you should go. I don't know if you're friends with Joy yet, but go be friends with Joy if you're not. She actually did a co-live today with another woman that's in our company that she met at our conference a couple months ago. I love co-lives, and actually that would be something awesome for all this month. A good challenge for all of you is to do one co-live. So there's 2 different ways you can do it. And you can do it, like, you guys can do it with each other or with me or with Joy or however. But like, I can go live and I can bring you on and you can share your story or I can share my story. Either way, if I pull you on, you'll probably share your story. That just kind of makes sense. But then I could also go live on your, like, in your group, Valerie, and I can share my story. And you can also share part of yours. Well, it's kind of a conversation, but we kind of share back and forth. Joy did one with a lady today, and the lady shared her story basically. So it would be awesome where if you, a way that I help people kind of like get their toes wet with going live is I'll go live with them so that, and I can share my story. So like Deidre, if you went live, I can come on and share my story, or Joy, something like that. So that's a way to kind of get your toes wet where I'm kind of running the show. It's the Michelle show. I talk to Michelle show all the time, but you are still on. And so it's a good way to like, okay, I did the scary. That was scary, but I did it. And it's also a really good way for people to hear other people's stories. Like, they know my story, they've heard it. And that's why I share other people's testimonies, is like, there's people that are dealing with things that I either don't deal with, or like maybe they want weight loss. I don't have that story. So also like migraines or thyroid or various different things. So that's why having other people come on, and the lives, that face-to-face thing is huge. So that, I love that. I'm going to put that down as kind of one of your guys' homework, is all of you are going to end up on a live somehow. Okay. Who's peeing their pants? Beverly's a little tinkle over there.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having some throat issues, so I'm kind of quiet.
You're totally fine. I had laryngitis a couple months ago, and that was fun. Not laryngitis.
This has to do with me being sick for the last few years, and it's from being sedentary. So it has caused problems with my larynx.
Ugh.
So I'm having to do some special exercises with a speech pathologist now.
Oh, wow.
That just started today.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope that helps. Just the couple days of laryngitis, I was like, I've had it a few times and I do not like it.
Yeah, it's
I think my
painful,
kids liked it because I couldn't yell at them.
It's painful, so it keeps me kind of at bay, but yeah, I need to learn how to breathe properly again. That's what's happened to me. So my body it's not allowing me to project the way I'm supposed to, and it's causing vibrational issues with my larynx. So now I get to go do all these wonderful, funny little exercises and get myself back on route again.
Oh gosh, I hope that helps. I really hope that helps.
Me too.
Yes. The Zoom Facebook event thing, Valerie. So this is something we are going to be rocking this month as a team. We are going to, each one of you is going to get to host one of these, kind of host. We're going to help host it. We're going to do all the dirty work. You're going to invite the people. So, like I hosted 2 today. Crystal's daughter, we hosted one for her, and then I hosted one for Amanda. So we got like team members happening over here. I hosted these. You have option. It can either be a Zoom or a Facebook Messenger event. We do all the things. Like I said, like I do all the posting for the events, or I will be the person sharing and find somebody else to share. It would be awesome if we do a Zoom for you to share your story. Like I actually had Amanda make a video today to share in her event. So that was awesome. So they're 15 to 20 minutes, both options, Messenger or Facebook. The Zoom, or not Messenger, Facebook, Zoom or Facebook Messenger. The Zoom, I love because of the face-to-face. It has such a powerful impact. However, the other side of it is you are restricted to the people that can get on at that time.
Oh.
I do record them so you can send them, but the matter of the fact is people don't really watch Zoom replays as much as they're like, yeah, sure, send it to me, I'll watch it. They just don't do it.
Yeah.
And some people, like, I love the face-to-face too, but like just like some people get uncomfortable going live. Like some people, they
Mhm.
like to hide behind the fact that you can't see them.
Yes. But with Zoom, they don't have to have their camera on. Like if we do a Zoom, if the person attending doesn't want to be on, that's fine. They can have, like, you can't see Amanda right now because she's laying in bed with her babies. So that, like, that part of the Zoom is like, I always tell people they can be a fly on the wall. Like, come be a fly on the wall. So there's the Zoom, and then the Messenger event is basically just messages in Messenger where I'll send like some little videos or product information, that kind of thing. So we have both options. And honestly, if you're like, I kind of want to do both, let's see what happens. I'm happy to do both. That's no big deal. So everyone's going to get to host one, or like be the host. I'm the host, or Joy, or whoever, but you get what I mean. Like, you are inviting your people to that. And we are going to be talking about like, hey, you're here because Beverly thought you were going to love this. And so we're going to share about that. So we're going to be like kind of specifically calling out you in the events and sharing for that. Yeah, Amanda, we can totally do both. So if you're like, sign me up for both, great. And then we can also like start with one this week and do a different one next week or in 2 weeks, or however. It doesn't all have to be like, boom. I also like only have so much time this week for more Zooms because I'm going to be a single mom for like 5 days. But Facebook events are super easy for me to host because they're 15 minutes and I literally just forward things, and I can totally lay in bed with my children and forward things or walk through the grocery store or whatever. That's the beauty of those. Deidre, what in the world are you doing?
Trying to get my fire going again. I didn't pay attention to where the camera was.
Okay, I'm just sitting like, what's happening over there? Oh my god. Okay, so
Whitaker let the fire go out while I was at line dancing and the girls were at
do those
basketball
little
practice.
blower things really work? I've never like, I always
They
just
do.
those.
They do.
I just use my own hot air. It works really. I got a lot of hot air, so it's good.
Why are you so tired?
Oh
Why
my
are you
God.
so tired?
Okay, so homework. Tonight, what's your goal for today, for this month? Okay, that's what I want tonight. And then we're going to spend the week working on what's your 3-month goal. And we can help break that down too. And then we're going to set up your Facebook event or Messenger event, whichever you want to do, or both. We'll get one of those set up to start with. And then we're also going to figure out when you're going live. I schedule the lives. Like, I specifically say, okay, we're going live on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Okay. So we're going to schedule that. And you can schedule it with me. You can schedule it with Joy. You can schedule it with, like, if Crystal and Deidre want to go live, you guys can do that. However, I am going to get back. I kind of come in and out of these, but I want to be doing a co-live every week, because I will tell you, when I do them, my business grows. I get people coming out of the woodwork of like, hey, I saw you go live with this person. I'm like, I actually had someone message me and they're like, I saved this live from you from a couple months ago and you were talking about this. I haven't got a chance. I'm like, oh my gosh, you watched that and you remember that and you saved it. It's incredible. You might only have like 50 people watch a video and you'll still sign somebody up. So the lives, they're awesome. Okay. Everyone got their homework?
I'm working on a skeptic right now and I'm having a heck of a time with him.
I recommend just keep sharing.
Yeah.
You haven't posted yet, but we will get to that point. Is this person on Facebook?
I believe he is, but don't quote me on that because
Okay.
I don't Facebook all that much.
Good.
Um, he's he's my cousin and he's in not very good shape.
Okay.
He's fresh out of the hospital from
Oh,
coma
oh my gosh.
and has some really interesting issues going on, blood sugar and things like that. He's terribly overweight. And my aunt is desperately working with him right now to try to get him to at least talk to me because she read everything on this product and she is now interested and likes the product. And
Good.
everything that she's read so far, she's really interested in seeing about getting her son some help. Um, he's come close now twice to dying, so it's been pretty scary for the last 7 months now. Uh, kind of hit and miss with him.
Yeah.
In and out, in and out, in and out. So he lives in Colorado now. He's had to literally move home with his family because he's lost everything. He went from being a Hollywood writer to living in a bed.
Wow.
So he has some real issues, and he is just a toxic mess. His eating habits were atrocious. He lived a very flamboyant Hollywood lifestyle life, and that's about all I can say right now as far as that goes.
I'll be praying for
So
him.
yeah,
I will
he needs
say
it.
keep if you're able to share it all, if you just keep sharing slowly, the more exposures, like we always talk about exposures, it
Mhm.
usually takes a minimum of 7 to 10 exposures before someone says yes. And that's why you can't just post once. Like we have to keep posting, we have to keep talking to people, keep following up. And it's not always like, are you gonna order yet? Are you gonna order yet? Are you gonna order yet? Have you
Yeah.
thought about Flexus? Like, don't be weird.
Well, my aunt already knows about the product. She had heard about it from somebody else, and so I had contacted her because I hadn't talked to her in a while, and I was wondering how she was doing, and she let me know what was going on. And when I brought that up, because she saw my face, she was like, "Wow, you look like you're doing really better. Wow, what are you doing?" And I told her, so I'm still taking that stuff I told you about, And so now she's getting kind of interested in wanting to know what's going on. So
Yeah.
I did sit and read some ingredients and things to her. She is an herbalist.
Oh,
She has 40 plus years of this behind her. So she knows a lot about holistic medicine. And she is a dietitian herself. So seeing her son like this has been really hard for her. And it's been quite a challenge because he just doesn't always want to do what mom says, you
oh,
know.
none of
And
them
at his
do.
age, I can see why, you know. So he is now in a very delicate situation. It's not something that we really want out there yet with people. It's very touchy, and I'm
Yeah.
telling you people this just because he needs prayer.
Yeah.
If you can pray for this man silently, all of you, I would really appreciate it. It would be a big loss um, to Hollywood and to other people if he was to not make it. So if there are purchases made, they will probably be made very quietly because he does value his solitude and the fact that he's very hush hush and quiet about a lot of things. He has to be.
Right.
So he does want help though, and I'm hoping, dearly hoping that we can get him some help.
Yeah. We'll pray. Yeah,
Definitely. So he's on my mind all the time.
I bet.
We were very close as kids. We grew up together. We spent summers and vacations and trips and you name it. We did everything together as kids. We were very close. And I miss that old person. We really want him back. This person is suffering.
Yeah.
So, it's a day by day thing for him. He is starting to heal, but it's a slow process. He's done a lot of damage to himself with just bad choices. But I think we're all a little guilty of that once in a while in our lives, so no judgment. He just really needs help, a lot of prayer.
Yeah.
And
We
I'm really
lift
hoping that
him
I
up.
can sneak these products into his Rice Krispies. I don't care.
I've kind of done some of that with my husband. Like, oh, here's your smoothie with like 15 capsules in it.
Here you go,
Not
honey.
quite that bad, but
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with him. And we just really, she's really got him on a strict diet, but it's just not enough.
no,
It's just not enough.
diet's
And
never enough.
the doctors are really working with him, and he has come a long ways, but it's going to take time. He's
Yeah.
a mess. Definitely. Hi.
Okay, we will pray for him.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And hopefully we can somehow get through and help support him in a healing journey.
Yeah.
Okay, so did I run through all the homework? I think I got it all. Okay. Any questions for me? No. Okay, awesome. Okay, so you guys have your homework. Share it in the chat, and then I'll be connected with like kind of in the middle of you guys of making sure lives are set and we get all the events set and that kind of stuff too. As we get going. Okay, so we've got our homework tonight before you go to bed. It shouldn't take you very long. Send over kind of what you're thinking of what your goal is, and then we will see how we can help kind of make, really narrow that down and make sure it fits the whole SMART situation and stuff too.
Those two people are my homework.
Good homework.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, ladies. I'm going to